Social media has become the modern-day town square for teenagers, a place where they gather, interact, and express themselves in ways that previous generations could hardly imagine. It's not just a tool or a pastime, it's a central hub for their social lives, shaping how they communicate, learn, and even see themselves. For today's teens, social media is deeply woven into the fabric of their daily routines. From the moment they wake up to the last minutes before sleep, checking notifications, sharing updates, and staying connected is second nature. Platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat aren't just apps. They're digital playgrounds where teens connect with friends, share their lives, and discover new trends, music, and ideas. These platforms are where they experiment with self-expression and creativity, often shaping their sense of identity. It's in these online spaces that teens form their identities, find communities of like-minded peers, and participate in cultural conversations that define their generation. Social media is where inside jokes are born, movements are sparked, and friendships are both made and tested. The constant stream of photos, videos, and messages creates a dynamic, ever-changing social world, one that is largely unsupervised by adults. Teens navigate this space with a sense of freedom, but also with the pressure of being constantly on. This digital landscape offers incredible opportunities for learning, creativity, and connection. Teens can find support, share their passions, and even build skills for the future. But it also presents significant challenges that are unique to their generation. For many, social media is a lifeline, providing a sense of belonging, a creative outlet, and instant connection, no matter the physical distance. It helps teens maintain friendships, find new communities, and feel less alone in a rapidly changing world. But this constant connectivity comes at a price. The pressure to always be available, to respond instantly, and to keep up with the endless flow of information can be overwhelming. Features like likes, comments, and follower counts create addictive reward systems, fueling anxiety, and a relentless drive to present a perfect life online. The need for validation can lead to stress, self-doubt, and even impact self-esteem. For teens who have never known a world without smartphones and social media, navigating this environment is an inescapable part of growing up. Their digital lives are intertwined with their real-world experiences, shaping their friendships, interests, and even their mental health. Unlike previous generations, today's teens carry their entire social world in their pockets. Peer comparisons, fear of missing out, and the pressure to keep up are relentless, following them everywhere they go, even into the privacy of their own rooms. Understanding this deep integration is crucial to grasping why governments, like Australia's, are considering drastic measures to protect young people. The impact of social media on teens is complex, touching every aspect of their lives. The debate around regulation is more urgent than ever, as social media continues to shape the mental and emotional well-being of an entire generation. As we move forward, understanding the realities of teens' digital lives is essential for creating a safer, healthier online world. The Australian government is considering a nationwide ban on social media for children under 16, a bold move in Western democracies. The plan, under parliamentary inquiry, would make it illegal for platforms to allow underage users, shifting enforcement from parents to tech companies.
If enacted, platforms must implement robust age verification systems, motivated by mounting evidence of social media's harm to youth.
The inquiry's final report is due in March, with any ban unlikely before late 2026, reflecting the complexity and scale of the issue. By proposing an outright ban, Australia signals that the potential for harm is so great that access itself must be restricted, much like driving or alcohol. In a pivotal move, YouTube has announced it will comply with Australia's proposed ban if it becomes law.
YouTube's cooperation sets a powerful precedent, pressuring other platforms to follow a risk appearing unconcerned about child safety.
By agreeing, YouTube positions itself as a responsible corporate citizen, hoping to avoid stricter regulations.
This also gives YouTube a voice in shaping how the ban is implemented, especially around age verification.
The company's public commitment weakens arguments that such measures are impossible, shifting the debate from if to how.
YouTube's move isolates resistant platforms, framing them as prioritizing profits over children's well-being.
This could be a tipping point in the standoff between governments and big tech. Unlike YouTube, Meta and TikTok have voiced strong reservations about the proposed ban.
Meta argues that a blanket ban is ineffective, advocating instead for parental controls, time limits, and content filters.
TikTok warns that banning teens could push them to less regulated, riskier platforms, and stresses the need for digital literacy over prohibition.
Both companies argue that social media is a vital support for many, especially marginalized teens, and that a ban could do more harm than good.
They propose collaboration, combining tech tools, education, and transparent policies, rather than a simple age gate.
Their resistance highlights a philosophical divide. Should safety be enforced by government bans, or shared between platforms, parents, and education? Australia's proposed ban is driven by mounting evidence of social media's negative impact on youth mental health. Across the country, parents, educators, and health professionals are sounding the alarm about the growing crisis facing young people. The digital world, while offering opportunities for connection and learning, has also introduced a host of new challenges that previous generations never had to face.
Heavy use is linked to anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem, fueled by constant social comparison and pressure to maintain a perfect persona. Teens often find themselves measuring their worth against carefully curated images and highlight reels, which can distort their self-image and sense of reality. The pressure to keep up, to be liked, and to fit in online can be overwhelming, leading to a cycle of negative emotions that's hard to break.
Cyberbullying is relentless, following teens everywhere, and often more severe due to anonymity and permanence. Hurtful messages and images can be shared instantly and widely, making it difficult for victims to escape or recover. The digital footprint left behind can haunt young people for years, affecting their confidence and sense of safety.
Addiction is another concern. Platforms are engineered to be compulsive, interfering with sleep, school, and real-life relationships. Notifications, endless scrolling, and algorithm-driven content are designed to keep users engaged for as long as possible. This can lead to chronic sleep deprivation, poor academic performance, and a decline in face-to-face social skills, as teens spend more time online and less time interacting in person.
Exposure to harmful content and online predators is a real risk, with algorithms sometimes leading teens to dangerous material. Inappropriate or distressing content can appear without warning, and predators may exploit the anonymity of the internet to target vulnerable youth. These risks can have lasting psychological effects, making it crucial to address them proactively.
Proponents argue that while parental controls help, they're not foolproof. Tech-savvy kids can often find ways around restrictions, and not all parents have the time or knowledge to monitor online activity closely. The sheer volume of content and the speed at which it changes make it nearly impossible to catch everything.
Removing children from these environments until they're older is seen as the most effective protection. By delaying exposure, advocates hope to give kids time to develop the emotional maturity and critical thinking skills needed to navigate the online world safely and responsibly.
The ban aims to create a safe harbor during a critical developmental period. By encouraging more offline activities and real-world connections, supporters believe young people can build stronger relationships and healthier habits that will serve them for life.
The hope is to shield teens from pervasive dangers until they're more resilient. Ultimately, the goal is to give the next generation the best chance to thrive, both online and offline, by ensuring their formative years are as safe and supportive as possible.
A major hurdle for the ban is verifying users' ages online. Self-declaration is easily bypassed.
Government document checks are accurate, but raise privacy concerns about centralized databases of children's data.
Third-party age verification services offer privacy, but require trust and can be inconsistent, especially with AI-based methods.
Digital IDs could confirm age without revealing personal details, but would require massive infrastructure and public adoption.
Building such systems is costly and complex, explaining why age verification remains unsolved.
Effective verification is critical to the ban's success.
Without it, the law risks being symbolic rather than protective. The fate of the ban rests with a federal parliamentary inquiry, gathering evidence from tech companies, experts, parents, and youth.
Public hearings and written submissions are shaping the committee's understanding of the harms, challenges, and international precedents.
After hearings, the committee will deliver a comprehensive report in March 2026, summarizing evidence and making recommendations.
Recommendations could range from endorsing the ban, suggesting modifications, or proposing alternatives like digital literacy programs.
If the ban is endorsed, the government will draft legislation, leading to further debate and votes in Parliament.
If rejected, focus may shift to alternative strategies, shelving the ban for now.
The inquiry's report is the critical juncture for Australia's youth social media policy. The next steps will shape the digital future for millions of young Australians. The proposed ban has sparked fierce debate, igniting passionate responses from parents, educators, lawmakers, and teens themselves. Across the country, communities are divided, with some seeing the ban as a much-needed safeguard, while others view it as an overreach that could have unintended consequences.
Supporters say it's a necessary step to protect youth from proven mental health risks and addictive platforms. They point to studies linking excessive social media use to anxiety, depression, and poor sleep, arguing that urgent action is needed to prevent further harm to vulnerable young people.
They argue regulation is needed, just as with smoking or gambling, and that tech companies, not parents, should bear responsibility. Proponents believe that without clear rules, profit-driven platforms will continue to exploit young users, making it nearly impossible for families to keep up with ever-changing digital trends.
Opponents warn of censorship, loss of support for marginalized teens, and the likelihood that tech-savvy youth will bypass restrictions. They argue that social media can be a lifeline for those who feel isolated, providing community and resources that may not exist offline.
Critics fear a ban could drive teens to less safe platforms and believe education is a better solution. They worry that pushing social media underground will only make it harder to monitor, increasing risks rather than reducing them.
They advocate for digital literacy, stronger parental controls, and industry codes of conduct over outright prohibition. By teaching teens to use technology responsibly, they believe society can empower young people to make informed choices and stay safe online.
The debate centers on whether to shield teens from potential dangers or empower them to navigate the digital world with confidence and critical thinking skills. Both sides agree that the stakes are high, but differ on the best path forward.
The outcome will set a precedent for how societies balance protection and freedom in the digital age, shaping not only policy, but also the everyday lives of millions of young people for years to come. Australia stands at a digital crossroads, with the future of its young people's online lives in flux.
If the ban passes, Australia could become a global test case, fundamentally changing how teens access social media.
Success depends on robust, privacy-respecting age verification and industry compliance.
If the ban fails, focus may shift to digital literacy and co-designed regulation with tech companies.
Regardless of the outcome, the debate has forced a national reckoning on youth mental health and digital well-being.
Australia's decision will set a major precedent, watched closely by the world. The lessons learned here could shape the digital future for generations to come.